Okay, I'm happy to be joined by Tom Munson, director at VIS Electrical. He's going to tell us of his experiences with lead searchers. Tom, firstly, congratulations. It's been a pretty incredible 4 months with us. You've got 3 new ideal customers, a significant amount of new work and opportunities coming into the business. And you've even had to grow the team as a result. That's really what I wanted to get from you today is I thought it'd be interesting to tell the story behind what's actually happened. So take me back when we first started talking together. What were you actually looking to achieve commercially?
So we just broke between the 2 million barrier. We ideally wanted to try push towards 3.5 over the next couple of years, but as a steady growth, the VIS name was more important than a load of new orders. So we just wanted to grow it over the next year to a point where we can keep the standard of work, but up our turnover by another 50%, really.
How has the last 4 months impacted that?
We have now got 3 new customers that are sending queries through frequently. We've got one that we're on to our 4th or 5th job for now. This is what we was talking about our personal relationships. We're now building that, and when the jobs are getting bigger and more important, it's the step towards the right direction in that growth, as we'll now have that customer hopefully for the next number of years. And we've upgraded the workforce to take on their work, so that should raise our turnover towards the numbers it was looking for.
So what made it difficult to consistently kind of create more of the ideal opportunities you wanted?
I think ourselves was probably a big one. We'd get too bogged down in the day-to-day and keeping the business going where we wanted it to. We busy keeping on top of the projects that we had in sort of not flatlining, because the company has grown itself over the years each year, but we just needed it along a little bit faster.
Yeah, so the problem really wasn't your ability to win and kind of deliver good work. It sounds like you didn't have enough of the right commercial conversations in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to put it.
I want to focus on kind of what actually happened at the end of the day, because we're about 4 months plus in now. What have the results actually been?
The results have been that we've got these customers, say we've started some jobs, we've done a lot of inquiries, talks are progressing that the jobs can get bigger once, as we say, was that again back to that relationship, the trust is building because of the work that we've managed to get done for them so far. So the plan is, say, over the time that we did say we wanted a customer that could probably generate between 500 grand and $1 million a year. That is where we'll get to. We've done multiple jobs for one of them in particular. So that one seems like it's moving in the right direction towards that end goal.
Yeah, I mean, multiple jobs, 3 clients. It sounds like those clients that you have got have potential for 500 to £1 million worth of work in the next year or two. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely.
There's also been another consequence of all this activity. What did you say has happened with the team?
We've took a few more engineers on to cover the extra workload. So the team's grown, the workload's grown. So yeah, it's all growth. What's what we was aiming for.
So what does having those additional people allow you to do now?
Take on more projects and keep the new customers happy, as hopefully we're keeping the existing ones. The most important thing is the VIS brand and the VIS quality of work. We don't want to make money and leave a poor standard of work. The VIS brand is the most important thing.
I just wanted to put the results in a bit of commercial context without getting bogged down too much in numbers. So over those 4 months, you've invested probably just over 18,000 with us. Against that, you've got 3 new ideal customers, around 100 grand's worth of business, 500,000 pounds in the next year across the wider opportunities. When you look at it like that, how do you feel about the return that you made?
The return we can't really knock. It's done what we needed it to do. Yeah, we've invested it in the money that we knew potentially could end up being money not received back, but now we've ended up going the other way. So we've had the result that we wanted.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being your expectations were met, okay, and then 10 being that your expectations were exceeded, where on that scale of 1 to 10 would you say your expectations are from the results?
Say 8. So we've
8.
moved in the right way and at a comfortable pace.
So I want to imagine that another established contractor is watching this and they're saying, we're good at what we do. We've got a strong reputation. We have the capability to grow, but we're still relying on referrals and existing relationships. And what would you say to them?
You can't keep going around doing the same thing and expecting different results. At some point, you have got to take the plunge into trying something different.
And you hadn't tried anything like my services before, getting you into early conversations.
It's always been referrals and word of mouth.
So finally, what would you say to somebody who is considering working with lead searchers but wasn't quite sure whether to do it?
Yeah, I'd say to go ahead and try it. We've had the results that we've received and they're good results. So we've had the results that we needed.
Okay, that's very helpful.